What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JBsports, back again with another one. Lightweight contender, full-time Instagram model, Ryan Garcia, aka King Rye, will be back in action July 16th on DAZN. And my sources are telling me that his next opponent will be Richard Commey, former lightweight contender. He might even held a belt in lightweight. I don't know if it was a regular belt or whatever the case may be, but Richard Commey, who's promoted by Lou DiBella, will be the next opponent for Ryan Garcia. Now, Richard Commey will be a much better performer, in my opinion, than his last opponent, Emmanuel Tago, who put on a disgraceful performance against Ryan Garcia, ran the whole fight, put on his track shoes, and pulled a Usain Bolt, got on his bicycle and pulled a Lance Armstrong. And that was a damn shame, disgraceful performance. I don't think Richard Commey is built like that. I think he's gonna come to win. He's got a great right hand. He sets it up off the jab, but sometimes he doesn't use the jab enough to set up the right hand. He kind of used the jab as a rangefinder. Instead of shooting that jab out, trying to score with it, he just falls in love with the right hand. He does what a lot of fighters do when they have a great weapon in their right hand. They don't use that left jab as a scoring method. They're using them more as a rangefinder. And he's going to have to be able to use that jab to kind of keep Ryan Garcia at bay and make Ryan Garcia reset if he has any hopes of winning the fight versus King Rye. Now, King Rye is a guy that has passed up multiple opportunities to fight for a world title at 135 pounds. He had at least two occasions where he could have had a fight that would have put him in position to take on WBC lightweight champion Devin "The Dream" Haney. His promoter, Golden Boy Promotions, didn't feel he was ready, didn't like that style that Devin Haney brings to the table, and didn't want no parts of Devin "The Dream" Haney. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. But it's a very, very intriguing matchup between Devin Haney and Richard Commey. Richard Commey has lost to the top fighters at 135 pounds. Two of the three losses that he suffered have been very debatable losses. He lost to Shakarov over there in Russia, a very close fight. I think that was split decision. He also lost to Richard Commey in Richard Commey's backyard, a split decision. I don't see how he didn't get dropped with that right hand that Commey caught him with, man. His knees buckled, but he took a tremendous shot that he didn't see. He does have a great chin, but the power that he's going to have to contend with Ryan Garcia is much more potent than that of Robert Easter Jr. Now, Ryan Garcia, I got to give him credit for fighting an opponent that's going to come to win. I'll give him credit in that regard because I think the Emmanuel Tago fight, a lot of people thought that was going to be a good test for Ryan Garcia. A lot of people hadn't heard of Tago, but I based it on that Tago was coming from a rich tradition of boxing, coming from Ghana. You talking about the Professor Azuma Nelson. You talk about Ike Quartey. You talk about a lot of great fighters coming out of Ghana. And for him to put on that type of performance where he didn't show none of the heart, none of the fortitude that those two guys brought throughout their illustrious boxing career was, in my opinion, brought shame on the country of Ghana. Now, Richard Commey, who I believe resides in New York, is from that neck of the woods. I don't know if he's exactly from Ghana, but he's from one of those African countries. That's where he's from. That's where his heritage is from, and he's going to come to win. He was last seen in the ring getting dominated and dissected by Lomachenko. And there's no shame in that, because Lomachenko is one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in boxing. That was the worst style matchup for Richard Commey because he'll use Commey's aggression against him. He's a guy that just has more tools in the toolbox than Richard Commey. Ryan Garcia is a guy that's looking for the one-hitter quitter. He's looking for the knockout power, and I think that plays into the hand of a Richard Commey. Just a better stylistic matchup than Lomachenko, which style was all wrong for Richard Commey. Not to say that Commey's going to win the fight, but I just think he has a better opportunity in that fight. As we know, Ryan Garcia got dropped by Luke Campbell, got caught with a punch he didn't see. So, again, Ryan has got to be on his P's and Q's in this fight, man, fighting a strong puncher in Richard Commey. So it should be a good fight, a more exciting fight, definitely more exciting fight than the last fight with Tago. It remains to be seen where the fight will take place, as he fought last time in San Antonio, Texas, aka Alamo City. He produced a decent number at the gate. I think they had around a little over 12,000 attendance as they downsized the 60, 70,000 seats Dome Stadium. And from what I saw on TV, they had a pretty good atmosphere for that fight. So Ryan Garcia is definitely, in my opinion, the biggest star under Golden Boy Promotions. I rate him higher than Virgil Ortiz or Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez, or even Jaime Maguire. And we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. I look for Ryan Garcia to win the fight. I look for maybe a late stoppage. I just think his youthfulness, being the more fresher fighter, I think the wars that Richard Commey has been in, he took a lot of punishment from Lomachenko. He took a lot of shots in other fights, man. Even the fight when he beat Ray Beltran, that was a war, as he took a lot of shots, got rocked multiple times before he ultimately stopped Ray Beltran. His style of fighting, as he gets older and older, it's gonna be a lot of tread off the tires, and I think that you'll see a lesser version of a Richard Commey that you've seen 2 to 3 years ago. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. But that's the latest and the greatest in the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia next fight will be against Richard Commey. If he's successful in that fight, look for him to take on Jojo Diaz, who's looking to get back in the ring in June against an opponent to be revealed later. If both guys come out victorious, that will set the stage for a big fight between Jojo Diaz. Big fight according to Golden Boy Promotions in their stable. Two of the 5 biggest names under Golden Boy Promotions, Jojo Diaz and Ryan Garcia. That will set the stage for them to fight at the end of 2022 or at the beginning of 2023, if both fighters are successful in their next endeavor. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. But that's the latest and the greatest, man. Let me know your thoughts about Ryan Garcia versus Richard Commey, as Commey has one of the better resumes in the lightweight division. Ryan Garcia is stepping up in competition, so you got to give him credit where credit's due. This is not the fight we want. We'd rather see him fight Tank or Devin, but due to the fact that he's fighting on the platform of DAZN, that makes those fights very difficult to make. So under the circumstance, I do give this opponent a better chance, and I like this fight much better than the Manuel Tago fight, as it turned out to be a horrible, horrible, disgraceful performance by Manuel Tago. Don't look for that to happen with Richard Commey. Let me know your thoughts. Follow me on Twitter, JBsports 3303. Like, share, and subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. And I holla.